network marketing is that industry or profession that can help a man bootstrap himself, start up a business, and then in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years, in 4 years, create a cash flow system, create a massive organization that will move you financially to where you need to be. Hello, Samozani here. I'm so excited to be with you here once more. I stumbled upon something very, very interesting. Have you heard about the FIRE movement? F-I-R-E, FIRE movement. Have you heard about it? Let me read something for you quickly. FIRE movement is sweeping through the whole continent, not just in Africa. In fact, let me read this for you. The FIRE movement is a lifestyle movement with the goal of gaining financial independence and retiring early. If you want to retire early. So these guys are like a bunch of new people. This movement actually started, I think it started in the late 2000s. That's this write-up here says the model became particularly popular among millennials in the 2010s, gaining traction through online communities via information shared on blogs and all of that. The FIRE movement is essentially a movement for people who want to retire before they hit 30, 40, in 2010, which has been a while from now. People wanted to retire, this whole idea of retiring at 60, 65, 70. These guys, a bunch of new guys, millennials, they said, no, we're not interested in using working throughout our time, when we are strong and we're healthy, and then we retire, and in our golden years when we're supposed to be rocking life, that's when we want to sit down and then want to enjoy what we've worked for. For a whole bunch of people who are maybe in their 65, 70, most of them, I don't have the particular percentage right now, but a good number of that population between 65 and above 70, people in their retirement age, they don't even have the strength to enjoy what they've worked for. So this movement is gaining serious traction and it's now come to Africa. You understand? People want to have fun. They want to retire when they are still strong, when they can raise their families, when they want to be there for their kids. They want to participate in what is happening, not slaving at work. Now, this is not by any means to undermine working. No. Someone has got to start somewhere, But the FIRE movement is essentially a movement that, has been put in place so that anyone who wants to retire within 10 years, it sounds like a pipe dream to say that you can actually retire in 10 years. And then I use the word retirement loosely because work is an essential part of life. I don't want to retire. I love what I do. I don't want to go and say I'm not working again. No. Retiring means that you've chosen not to view work as something that you have to survive on. You have to go to work, otherwise you'll starve. Otherwise, you won't be able to, keep up your family and all of that and pick up your bills. No, you work because work now has a meaning. You work because work is contribution. This group of people, they've come together and they are championing this FIRE movement. If you're hearing FIRE movement for the first time, click on the comment and tell me what you think about this movement. So let me continue. Like I said, if you're new to this channel, why don't you consider subscribing? Because here I'm going to be bringing up a lot of new things that is happening right now on how to make money in network marketing, and not just the connected economy, but everything else that has to do with making money in the legal way for any young person who wants to bootstrap his way to success. All right. So today we're discussing the FIRE movement, and I'm going to take this. It's going to be like maybe a series. I'm going to discuss it like maybe 2 or 3 more videos so that we can actually nail this thing and probably have some interviews. Okay. So the FIRE movement is something that is exciting to me because, I love the idea of gaining your independence. It's about freedom, taking your freedom, that in 10 years, anybody can decide to retire. It's an exciting thing for me, sincerely. So I would like to have your views on the FIRE movement. Do you think it will hurt the economy? Do you think it's a pipe dream? Do you think FIRE movement even works? Do you think it's even a thing? In Africa, for instance, especially in West Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, and all other countries in sub-Saharan Africa, what does it mean for someone to actually retire early? Do you think it's feasible? Because there are three essential factors to consider when you want to be part of the FIRE movement or when you want to retire maybe in 10 years. First of all, you need to save a large chunk of the money you earn or whichever source of income you have. You need to store away somewhere between 40% and above. How many people can do that? How many people can remove 40%, after the taxes, if you believe in tithing, I believe in tithing, I tithe. You remove your tithe, which is an essential part, and then remove 40%. How many of the percentage would actually carry you for the rest of the month? All right. I don't like to use the word savings. I like to use the word store because most people don't like to save, and savings like as if you're just putting money somewhere and you're starving. So, but when you're storing away money, the money is actually yours for you to invest. Okay. So when you remove 40% and you store it away, you remove your tithe, for instance, and then what's left is like 50%. Can you stay on that 50%? Now, for you to seriously consider retiring, from whatever you do in 10 years, you need to do, some people even advocate that you have to store away 50 to 70%. Is it feasible? It depends on what you earn. Someone who has a particular percentage of earning may not be able to even store away more than 20%. However, if you're earning and you feel you are below the cadre of the earning capacity, I advocate that you save at least 10%. That's, you store away 10%. The idea is that you get used to putting away something. If you're able to save, be it 10% or 40%, whatever percentage, the whole idea is that you learn the skill, you discipline yourself to observe the storing away thing. The secondly, what you consider is how long is it going to take you? Because people have different things they call the retirement number, okay? Or the FIRE number, as the case may be. The FIRE number is that amount of money, that figure, that once you hit it, you can now decide to leave your work, you can stay on your own and do other things that are more meaningful to you. And you will never ever have to depend on, jobs coming in or an employer paying you, maybe having a boss and all of that, having checks coming or salaries coming or wages coming. Okay, so the retirement number, I will help you calculate it. What you need to do is to calculate how much money you require for you to stay through the week, for you to stay through the month. So if this is January, for instance, you ask yourself, how much do I need, myself and your family? Of course, if you have a family, the number will be higher. So you and your family, I will use US dollars, for instance. Let's say you require somewhere around $500 or $200, I don't know. Whatever number that is, you calculate the number. So when you calculate the number, the amount you need for you to stay through the month, feeding, transportation, exigencies, miscellaneous, important things, okay? Remember that the watchword is, I don't want to use the word frugality. No, I don't want to use that word. I want to use the word prudence. Prudence. So you have to be prudent. You don't spend money just because the money is there, okay? You become prudent. And it doesn't even mean living cheap. No, being able to stay away money and become prudent is not about becoming very cheap. No, it's asking yourself, Netflix, do I really need Netflix? I say, I'm going to cancel Netflix. What else? Do I need 3 movie nights per week? No, I need just a night in a month. Okay? Do we need 4 cars? No, we need just 2. To remove things that are just taking monies away from you and you're always broke round the clock. All right? So it's not about living cheap. It's about high quality life, but those things that you absolutely essentially need. Okay, when you've gotten the number you need in a month, multiply it by 12. That will give you an idea of what you need for 1 year. Let's say you require about I'm just using numbers. Okay, you can just do it on your own. Let's say you require somewhere around maybe $25,000. That's what you will need to stay for a whole year. $25,000. Okay, so you will need $25,000. That's for 1 year. Now you need to multiply that annual figure, that yearly number. You need to multiply it by. Some people say 25. Some other people say 30. I like the idea of 30. So I'm going to multiply it. The amount of money you need, which is, let's say you require $25,000 for a whole year. All right, $25,000 multiplied by 30. You see? So this 30 is $750,000. That's what you would need to save up somewhere. And this amount is now the capital. When you have it invested somewhere, the returns gives you maybe around 8% every year. Now, from this capital, which you're not going to touch, it might take you between now and maybe in the next 5 years or 6 years or 10 years. It depends on what you are doing for you to be able to wrap up this thing to $750,000. Now, the return on investment of these $750,000 should be like up to 8% or 10%. You need to study this. You need to put your mind, do some study, do some research, okay? So you can have sound investment options, not something you're not sure of, not wishy-washy, fly by night. No, something very solid, okay? Some people advocate real estate. Some people say S&P 500 index, ETFs and all of that. So just do your research. A good book that would help you would be Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. An amazing book, okay, on finances and how to move yourself out of debt to financial freedom, okay? So we're using this 750, but this figure is not so, let's use something more concrete, okay? Let's say in a year, you and your family would need $50,000. I don't know how much that is. It depends on who you are, where you are, how much you're earning. But if we continue to use $25,000 multiplied by 30, so that's $750,000. So this is the capital, this is the target money. This is the goal. The goal is to create investment that is worth up to this. All right. Some people want to get it up to like maybe $2.5 million. The easiest way to know the money figure you need is to check that money you require every month. Okay. That money that's the money you need every month. Okay. Multiply it by 12 and then divide by 0.04. 0.04 would be 4%. In this case, we're looking at $25,000, and $25,000 is essentially what is going to carry us for the whole year. We're trying to be very, conservative, very prudent. If we divide this by 0.04, it gives us $625,000. So approximately, if you approximate it, it's going to give you somewhere around that 750 I said. Between this 600 to 750,000, that's what you would need for you to stay without having a job. But you know that this is really, really nothing for you to stand, for you to take care of exigencies and things that can happen to you. You need to have something above $1 million, okay? So this is just a rough sketch of what you need or what you require. So what assignment I want to give you now is, how much do you depend on? How much money do you require on a yearly basis? Now, if you're married, you need to check it out properly. In your family, how much carries you guys through every month? Multiply that by 12. So when you get that figure, that is the figure you would need. If we have this figure in a month, multiply that month by 12. So you can have a yearly figure, then multiply that yearly figure by 30. That is the capital you need to have. When you have this amount now is what you're going to start working towards so that you can acquire this money. And when you invest it, of course, you don't have to wait until you have everything. As you're making money, you're investing as you're making money. But once your portfolio is up to that, it means that every year you have returns on like 8% return or 10% return. This is Sam Ozan, the Bootstrap Entrepreneur. I'm so excited you're still here. We're discussing the FIRE movement, that is F-I-R-E. Means financial or financially independent, retire early. It's a movement of people, millennials, and now people in their 20s and their 30s, people who essentially want to retire before they hit 40. Some of them are so young, they want to retire before they hit 30. And actually, some people have actually achieved that. I'm sure you guys know about Mr. Mustache. Just Google it, Mr. Mustache. It's an amazing guy, more like a de facto leader of the FIRE movement, people who want to retire. Do you want to retire early? Do you want to retire like before you hit 40 or before you hit 50? And now, of course, this is not to say that those who are above 40 and 50, they are not part of what is happening. No. The idea is that you retire in 10 years. So, but what kind of business or what kind of job would you have to be part of, or would you have to engage in for you to increase your quota? Because a lot of people have jobs that are not up to that would give you the amount of money yearly that by the time you remove 40%, you still have something substantial. Okay? In my own opinion, and in the opinion of several other people, network marketing is that industry or profession that can help a man bootstrap himself, start up a business, and then in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years, in 4 years, 2 to 4 years, create a cash flow system, create a massive organization that will move you financially to where you need to be. Do you understand? So it goes without saying that if you really, really want to move yourself up the ladder financially, there are several things you can do. Network marketing, for me, is number one. And this has been, endorsed by several people who are up there, the likes of Grant Cardone. And I'm talking about people who are in the trenches. They are running their businesses. They are growing their businesses. They're not retired, and they are widely successful. Robert Kiyosaki, for instance, these are people who are in full support of this profession. That this is a profession that can help you move yourself from where you are to where you need to be. Then if you want to retire, but we in network marketing, we don't really like the idea of retirement because it's a lifestyle business, a business where you mentor a lot of people, a business where you are in the business, because it's fun. So when I mean retire, I mean, you're not doing what you are doing because money is coming in. No, because work has become meaningful. It's a way of giving back. You're becoming that person that is very significant. You have a life of significance. Okay, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So the FIRE movement, is an interesting subject, especially for network marketers. So that in 5 years, you can actually create a portfolio that generates income, and you are growing your portfolio, and you can decide to walk away from, the mentality of, I have to go to work. If I don't go to work, there's nothing, you walk away from that mentality. And what you are doing is now being impactful. See, this is very important for, even if you are new in network marketing or you've been in network marketing for a while and you're making money. And even if you're not making money, this is going to be like a boost for you, that you can do this and you create the needed, platform, the needed wealth that will push you to where you need to be. If you're already making money in network marketing, listen, because there's a lot of people making money in network marketing and they don't invest their monies. They're making money and the money is coming from the front door and going right out through the back door. 2 years, 3 years, you've made millions. And you can't say, this is exactly what I did with my money. So this is an opportunity for us, especially if you're 6-figure, 7-figure income earner and above in network marketing, for you to look at this movement as part of something that can help you motivate your people and also motivate yourself. So I would like to have your comments on this interesting topic, which is the FIRE movement, because I'm loving it and I have to champion it the more. Yeah, but give me your opinion. How anybody, regardless of race, age, geography, can start up something and then you invest, you educate yourself, you move up, and in 10 years, you can actually retire. Can retire. You have the time for your family, you do the things, travel the world, and at the same time, you're being impactful. You're retired, but you are in the game. You're in the game because it's amazing to be in the game. You can see my face, lit up with smiles when I talk about not being bothered about where school fees is going to come from. You're not bothered about where we're going to get the next meal from. And especially if you're like me, who's been through that kind of route, you're able to now use yourself as an example to impact the next generation. I tell them that if I could succeed in this, then you too can also succeed. And that is what this channel represents. Motivating people, helping them see the better version of themselves or versions of themselves. All right. So thank you so much for staying till this moment. This is Sam Wazani, the Bootstrap Entrepreneur. If you've not subscribed, hit the subscription button. Why? Because when you subscribe and when you put down comments, it helps bring up this channel up so that more people can read, more people can watch the videos, and their lives can get better. All right. Thank you so much. See you in the next episode. And like I said, we're going to be discussing more on this FIRE movement and other things that has to do with the FIRE movement. So we can see how this would work, especially for young people in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Senegal, in Cameroon, not just West Africa, but entire continent, Tanzania, Uganda, Zambia, South Africa, Malawi, Egypt, Ethiopia, and the rest of the world, not just Africa. Thank you so much. See you at the next episode. Bye-bye for now.